Hi, so my name is Alexandra, Ali, and I want to talk to you about a little bit about myself and why I'm so interested in UX or being an accessibility advocate. So I am part of a huge Irish Catholic family. I have three younger siblings. There's 19 cousins on my dad's side of the family and eight cousins on my mom's side of the family. And the size of my family is so important to me because of something I'll talk about very soon. So in high school, all through grade school, kindergarten through 12th grade, I was an exemplary student. I was in honors choir my most of my high school years, and I played saxophone my fifth for eighth grade, middle school. Um, I just need notes because I'll forget. This happened. This is my life, so it happened to me, obviously, but I don't want to get lost in my message. I was an amazing student and learner, a very amazing young lady until a certain point in time. And that certain point in time happens to be a very specific night, the night of my junior prom, May 22nd in 2010. Now, this is a very heavy subject, I have to warn you, but to others. But to me, it's just something that happened and I went through and I'm still going through, and I always will be. It's just part of my life. So starting my junior year of high school, that winter, that December 2009, I worked at a small pizzeria in my hometown called Rocco's Pizza, which has since then been sold to a different owner and renamed. So at the same time I started this job, a few of my high school classmates started at the same time as me, and as you can imagine, we became very close in a very short amount of time. And actually, one of the people I got closest to was um, a football player. So shortly after we started, like maybe 2 weeks after we started, my high school, Senior Square Area High School, won the state championship in football, December of 2009. And the guy who scored the winning touchdown for our team, ended up going to prom with me, as I said. And that May 22nd will forever be one of the most impactful days of my life because it set my world on a twirl, and you'll find out why in the next phrase. But let's just say my parents agreed to have this big party in my house with all my high school friends and classmates and colleagues and everyone that was there. But let's just say that my prom date and I never made it to the party because we got into a terrible, horrible car accident that nearly killed both of us. Um, so he wasn't wearing a seatbelt and he got thrown from the car and he landed on the road. But meanwhile, I was wearing a seatbelt, and after my head shattered the passenger side window, so I have a right brain injury, which affects this side of my body, my face. You might notice a little bit. I have a little bit of a weird, well, I just have weird things that way. But so that happened, and he got thrown from the car, and I was in the car. My head hit the window. My head shattered the window, and the car because we hit another car who had broken down, and I don't know the whole story there, but we hit another car and there was head-on collision, and it sent my date's car, crappy little sedan, flipping end over end after he got thrown from the car and actually landed on top of him. So he's paralyzed from like the rib cage down, so he can't walk any longer. So the car landed on its roof with me stuck inside by my seatbelt. So I have a thing about my airflow now. So I was stuck in the car, hanging upside down until EMTs finally found me. It's because he was screaming my name. That's why wearing a seatbelt and car safety is so important in life and important to me personally. The lack of airflow to my lungs and head-on contusion caused a traumatic brain injury that I haven't been quite the same since because it's really a catastrophic brain injury, technically. And it's a miracle that I'm able to function as highly as I am currently. But it happened. Praise God. But that's my story, and enough about the trauma that I faced. I want to explain why that has caused me to so badly want to help others with disabilities. I have a learning disability and social disability. I'm awkward, as you may have noticed. Um, all through college, which I graduated as a miracle because of what I went through, I had a learning disability, and it caused a lot of issues for me. Um, so being an advocate or talking about disability and how it affects people in any type of situation is being an advocate is really important to me. Since their brain injury, I've had to relearn how to walk, talk, everything under the sun that people have to do in life. Most important thing I learned was how to stand up for myself and stand up for others who have problems that can't stand up for themselves. Um, and that had led me directly towards UX or user experience and advocating for those who need better accommodations to use the internet or doors or anything, use the world, essentially. So I am very open about my experiences personally, and if you have questions, you can ask me. If you don't believe me, you can. I'll show you the scars that I have in my body. It happened to me, and it's become a very impactful, important part of who I am and what I've been through in life. So all of my experiences since May 22nd, 2010 have taught me that my greatest skill in life is being an empathetic. I call it my intuition. And my greatest joy in life is making a tangible, visible, like recognizable difference in the lives of others, most specifically the lives of those that need accommodations in life. I hope there's so much more about me, and I hope you'll give me the chance to show you in getting to know me. I look forward to our conversations and getting to know each other. Thanks.